right there, and traveling around through the sulcus this way. That's the right coronary artery. And this red tube over here, traveling through this part of the coronary sulcus, is the left coronary artery. Okay? So right coronary artery, left coronary artery. So that's where I'd start. Make sure you got that. Let's do the branches of the left coronary artery. So we go out through behind the pulmonary trunk. So here's our left coronary artery still. Okay. Now it branches right here. It turns and comes down the anterior surface of the heart. That's the anterior interventricular artery, right there. Also called the left anterior descending, LAD. Very, very common problem in heart attacks. Okay, so that's a branch point. So we got the anterior interventricular coming down, and then you have the circumflex that goes around the back. And so this is probably the best model to visualize that one on. Travels through the coronary sulcus, goes underneath the auricle, travels around there, and it continues along here. There's a branch point here. We'll back up and talk about that in a sec. It comes along here. It actually continues underneath. This is called the great cardiac vein that we're seeing, that blue. And then here is called the coronary sinus. Well, that artery actually travels underneath there still. And you can see it continuing right here. So this is actually connected to the circumflex. It travels that whole host there. And that's pretty much the end of the circumflex. Because now it joins right here. This is a junction point where that circumflex, branch to the left, joins the right, coming this way at that point. So that's our arterial anastomosis. And then we travel down here and we're the posterior ventricular artery there. So really the only couple other ones we need to learn. Let's back up here. When you're coming around the left, we meet several little branches that come down here. This one right here is called the left marginal artery.
Okay, it's on the left margin.
And then I was telling somebody else, look, if on a test I put the sticker there, there, or there, you call any of those left marginal. All right. In reality, this one is called a ramus and an orthogonal and diagonal. They all have different names, but it varies from person to person, so it's really not that consistent. So if you see one coming down the left side, call it the left marginal. Good enough. Okay. And then on the right side, there's only one more to talk about. When you come over on the right coronary artery, that wraps around to the back. So like somebody else mentioned, sometimes that's called the right circumflex, but it's not commonly used. So the right coronary artery wraps around, and where it comes over to the right side, then it becomes the right marginal artery, down there. And if it continues past that, it comes back around here. That's the right coronary artery where it joins at the anastomosis and becomes the posterior ventricular. So that's actually where the left and the right come together to form this guy. Not the blue, but the red. And that's your whole coronary artery circuit.
I don't know why my mind is so blown right now. Okay. Where's the circumflex artery again?
That's the left. That's this guy.
Okay. So if you were going to ask for the circumflex artery, it would be
Usually
like right
I
here?
put it where you can see it, right
Okay.
about there. That's a good place to put it on there because
Okay.
you can definitely see it there. Okay? So practice it a couple times. All right. When I say it, it's all well and good, but you got to practice it a couple
Right.
times first.